move along here. I'm glad this is 60% and not any bigger. I think most of the boards I have that I'm looking at are on the smaller side. E-white sandblasted aluminum bottoms next to the mirror, and then the brass knob with the weird sundial looking one. I do like the sundial looking one a lot more than the others, yeah. Nice. I actually I ordered a purple Mammoth 75 and numpad, and then it was taking so long, and I had a bunch of other stuff, so I canceled it at a slight loss. But it's okay. There's so many boards on the horizon. I heard that like the build process with the what do you call it? Where the screws are kind of hidden underneath. Kind of a headache to build. Mecha, yeah. I mean, I love green. It's my favorite color, but I don't absolutely love that pairing of purple and green. Like two secondary colors is not as much my jam, but I do appreciate that lots of people love it. Alright. I can't believe I put the Windows key in on this one. I have not been paying attention, as you can tell. Rather have screws in the bottom. Absolutely. Martian, that's exactly how I feel about that kind of like 6 months where every single design from new group buys was just the screwless look. Don't love that. It's just a headache, and as someone who mods their boards and exchanges plates and foams and switches all the time, I'd rather just have easy accessibility. The one I'm really looking forward to is the Matrix Corsa 65% board. That one has the catch ball system. So you basically just open the case, and that's it. Like, there's no screws. Yeah, just put it in the bottom, exactly. And sometimes it even looks fine. Like, I don't know why you should be ashamed of, you know, screws for your board. It's part of its construction. Don't hide it. Nothing to be ashamed of. Alright guys, we have exactly the right number of switches that I poured from the container. What are the odds? But the question is, Moyu Hades in the spacebar, or Black Zaku pie. I have like a whole container, like I made 100 Black Zaku pies. I don't ever think I'm going to do like a whole board of them, just because it's too much, but like for space bars or like mods, could be nice. It's hot swap, so I'm gonna grab one. So yeah, these are my Black Zaku pies. One of my favorite Franken switches. Again, it's a cherry top, or cherry MX black top housing. I used Jwick black bottom housing, and then Zaku stems, and I used the Zaku spring as well. Just because I like its two-stage, pretty long. All my favorite springs are 20 millimeters or longer. So there we are. Alright, so if no one has any objections, I'm going to do the softer tadpoles, softer durometer. Yeah. The 30A, yeah. You know, actually before I put all of them in, I'll put most of them in. I'm going to check where I put the tadpoles on the FR4 half plate. I like to avoid any mounting points, whether it's top mount screws, gaskets, or tab pulls near the space bar, just for sound. So I like what I did on this FR4 half plate. Alright, so at least these 6 points. And then we've got these 2, in case you want it. Alright. Brush to the side. Let's look at this. Alright. Get the feet off. BDZ to the side. See if this is the right size. Perfect. This screwdriver is from either the Space 65 or the Aero 75. Love it. It's nice and hefty in the hand. It's got the 2 most common hex screw sizes. It's really all you need, right? Throw all of them in this screw tray. That's the other half of the raita. Alright. 3 long screws, 3 short screws. Oh, it didn't come out. Alright, so tab housing off. Alright, it looks like I did use all 8 tab pulls, so let's go ahead and put them in. None of them are directly on either, like there's nothing that's in between the stabilizer points. It's like Gian was reading my mind. I wouldn't put a single mounting point between the 2 stabs for the space bar, so it's perfect. So we can just pull this one out. I'm going to leave that case foam in. I love there's no daughter board too. You just basically plop it in because the USB is already on it. And we can put this back and we'll just screw it closed. It's so easy. This is how closure of boards should be. Alright, I'll show you all the matching raita, screw case, and macro pad after this. I got it in navy from Ankit, who is another designer in the hobby, known for the doll 60%. Chef's kiss. At least 2 fingers, right? Or I guess 5 if you want to do chef's kiss. I permitted fingers. I think it's just the settings on, but I'm basically allowing everything. Sorry, Ration. Supposed to make another amputate joke. Yeah. Hopefully the bleeding has stopped, and those vegetable peelers can be pretty aggressive, especially if you go with them really fast. So Hopefully it doesn't keep you from typing. That's the important thing, right? Alright. You know, it just struck me that I did not test the PCB at all, but does mine have the leather brown feet? No, I have the black, but it's funny, I got 2 sets of the leather brown feet from my dark green wing keyless frog TKL. It's funny. You know, I feel like most of the time you don't see the feet, so it's not the end of the world. The next time I get something from Gion, I usually make a point of it that if I order anything from Korea, then I'm going to get a lot of stuff. So I'll just group all of it together. You know, tons of switches, some Gion tools, and then feet extra. Stuff like that. Then, there we go. So old construction, FR4 half plate, new one, or with neons. New one is Moyu Hades on full aluminum plate, already quieter and deeper. Maybe I should have done it without the plate foam, but we'll see. We can take it out later if you want. Time to break open the keycaps. Alright, so this here is MW Voynich. I waited for this moment to open it because it's so pretty. Yeah. So I heard people were pretty happy with this set. So this one is... Oh man, I know. Voynich looks so freaking good. This is the Novelty Spacebar Kit. Are these all Spacebars? Nice. That means we will have 40 support when we do 40 Spacebars. That's good. Alright. I'll put that over there. Sheesh, doesn't matter. Yeah, alright. Let's open this one. This one is the Novelty Mods. So I went kind of hardcore on Voynich. I was like, I don't want any Latin alphas. I just want the Voynich legends. So I type by touch anyways, so it doesn't matter to me. Alright, let's put on the mods first. Oh gosh. I know, the art is great. This is one of the desk mats has this as well. But yeah, the set is really pretty. The issue that most people would have with it is probably that it's pretty dark. Like, it's a very dark beige. Alright, there are our mods. So, step caps. You know, I don't even know what everything is, so we'll just go by keycap row profile. So R1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the ISO enter is very pretty. Didn't build ISO though. Alright, this is R1, so I'm going to presume this is backspace. Oh no. You guys, I'm going to have to go in. I scuffed the backspace stab. The wire went through the lower one instead of the higher one. I really wasn't paying attention. But that's the nice thing about Sarah had to Google Voynich. Yeah, so there's like a history of like this scroll that was discovered by some yeah, Martian. Yeah, you know how like the stab housing in the stem has like 2 points? I didn't go through the proper one, or I put it in backwards or something. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, Voynich is like this ancient scroll that like people would, you know, no idea what it meant, but it had this beautiful art, and that's why it's this deep yellow beige color. It's like the parchment that it was discovered on.